You need help at the store?
Well, no, I do have help at the store, but we have help spreading the word of cryotherapy in Montana now.
Through?
A chiropractor named Dr. Tim up in Kalispell has brought in a machine, and I just found this out last week. He bought also CryoMed from Cryo USA.
Wow.
He's just getting started, but what this does is helps us. This helps me because he's going to help now spread the word.
Sure.
So when people are using it up there, if they're down here, they'll be using it. I had some folks drive through the other day from Colorado that are using it there. Called me on the road, said, we're just driving through, can we please get in?
Good for you.
And they stopped, they were heading for drag racing up in Canada. It was fabulous.
It's part of their routine.
And yes, it is part of their routine. They have tried it and done it where they live in Colorado, and so now they're looking for it on the road.
That is really
and that's
cool.
what I tell people to do.
Yeah.
You know, just go ahead and Google it.
It's out there.
Yeah.
It's out there. Yeah.
And in Billings, or if you just type in cryotherapy in Billings, mine comes up right away.
You have a great team of marketers, and we talked about Levi before and some of the other resources. And that's what it takes. That's where you get that number of 3,500 and then 500 clients in your first year of business. That's monumental.
For me, I'm just ecstatic about it, and I am excited to say that we are going to put Sherilyn on our team.
From the She Wolves?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep, she's going to help me handle some of my social media for me.
Awesome.
And that's what she does.
LivinLargeLarry.com. LivinLargeLarry live on YouTube and the TuneIn smartphone app from Billings, Montana. So yeah, thanks for checking us out here. Low streamers between 1,200 and 1,700 monthly. Log on to the website LivinLargeLarry.com. We broadcast from Redline Computer Studios in West Billings. Check us out. So, not a bad day for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The weekend coming up. 80s on Friday and then 70s at least for Saturday. But we forecast on the way. Hints next week could be in the mid 90s. Amber Gustaina's realtor with Central 21 Hometown Brokers can make your dreams come true. The service area for Amber Gustaina's includes Billings, Lockwood, Rowan, Joliet, Roberts, Red Lodge, Columbus, and more. Single-family homes, townhomes, lots and land, whatever you're in the market for. Amber Gustaina's Century 21 Hometown Brokers and 406-690-5902. Couponing is back, and how would you like to look at a coupon magazine that's larger than the palm of your hands? Real-sized Hometown Values coupon magazine. There's one built and issue out for your area in and around Billings and Lowell. Hometown Values, shop the original. Inside, practical couponing, Hometown Values, and log on to myhometownvalues.com. Check out the new Heights issue of Hometown Values. Carrie's Massage. Yeah, new place for a massage. Carrie's Massage. Check her out. And she's at 928 Broadwater, Suite number 204. Been open for a couple of months now and offering great services. Swedish, deep tissue, hot stone, prenatal massage. Not every massage therapist does prenatal massage. Carrie's Massage does. And if you're a new customer, and you get $10 off any offer, any service that Carrie's Massage has available for you. Carrie's Massage, you can check them out on Facebook, and the walk-ins are fine. 928 Broadwater, and going Suite number 204 for Carrie's Massage. $10 off.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Have some really sad news to report for those living in Montana and precisely Billings in Lansing County. And an incident that's been lingering all week is the missing, presumed drowned 12-year-old girl from this past weekend at Huntley. Well, the girl, it's a sad story. It's tough to get through. Tava Hawkins, 12 years of age. missing while swimming in the Huntley Diversion Dam Saturday and was found dead on Thursday in the canal. The location where she was found is about 5 miles east of where she entered the water. And I'm getting this from ktvq.com. There's also a body of the search efforts at ktvq.com. In any event, Yellowstone County Sheriff Mike Linder confirmed that the body pulled from the canal around 4 on Thursday was Tavia Hawkins, 12 years old. Rafters entered the waterway, which was flowing quite quickly south of the intersection of 10th Street South and Highway 312 in Huntley. The crew used a rope pulley system to move it to where Hawkins' body was lodged near the railroad underpass. The girl's family has been notified. So, as anticipated earlier in the week, Tavia Hawkins, 12 years of age, did drown from an accident that happened last weekend. Couple of cool days and a pretty mild week, actually. Our forecast from Top Sandwich Company, locally owned in Billings across from Shopco, with happy hour each weekday evening from 5 until 8 p.m. and all sandwiches at that time at Top's Sandwich Company on $5. Top Sandwich Company across from Shopco in Billings. So between 65 and 70 for a couple of days here, and closer to the upper 70s to mid to upper 80s towards the mid to latter part of the week. And a chance for some showers and thunderstorms each late afternoon, evening as well. Cools things down a little bit from the last couple of weeks. Get an expanded look at the forecast. Log on to livinlargelarry.com. Click on the weather tab at the website. Forecast brought to you by Top's Sandwich Company, locally owned in Billings, across from Shopco off of King Avenue West. Top's Sandwich Company. Free delivery, even one sandwich at Top's Sandwich Company. Broadcasting from the Redline Computer Studios in West Billings, across from Goodwill, livinlargelarry.com, on the TuneIn smartphone app for your Droids and iPhones, and live on YouTube. YouTube is our podcast, too. There's a file of YouTubes on our website. You can click on Listen Now or Listen Live, and all the files come up for you. It is Big Sky State Games weekend in Billings and in various parts of Montana, but the main core of sports in Billings, Montana, beginning Friday nights, tonight in opening ceremonies, and then a full weekend of sports all over Billings. And we have a talk with Karen Sanford Gall about the Big Sky State Games and the opening ceremonies coming up just a few minutes here at livinlargelarry.com. Probably time for your 6-week haircut, right? Trained professionals and there's barbershops all over the place, but if you want trained professionals and look done right, Jim and Austin's Barbershop, Main Billings Heights, Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 10 minutes, $10 haircuts, and other services as well. They're Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main Street in Billings Heights, and a proud major sponsor of the 2016 Billings Wolves, Jim and Austin's Barbershop. Follow the story of N2 Cryotherapy in Billings at their website as well, n2cryo.com. There's videos, there's information on what cryotherapy as a health component in your life is all about, and also information about N2 Cryotherapy, giving you the opportunity to be the best person you can be this year with athletic recovery. N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West in Billings, Suite number 4, and n2cryo.com.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Top Sandwich Company, across from Shopco in Billings, brings us our forecast at livinlargelarry.com. Not a bad weekend. Then we're in the 80s on Friday, upper 70s, low 80s on Saturday and Sunday. And looking ahead to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there is when the 90s will return. You can check that out. And click on the weather tab at livinlargelarry.com. Top Sandwich Company in Billings, locally owned, across from Shopco off of King Avenue West. And they deliver, free delivery, even one sandwich. Ask about the catering to Top's Sandwich Company across from Shopco in Billings.
A 43-year-old Crow Agency woman was killed and 2 others were injured in a rollover crash near Lodge Grass. Montana Highway Patrol says the 17-year-old boy who was driving the car and a 34-year-old Crow Agency man in the front passenger seat were injured in the crash at 12:30 a.m. on Thursday. The patrol says the car was northbound on Secondary Highway 451 when it veered off the road and rolled. None of the 3 were wearing seatbelts. The woman who was riding in the back seat died at the scene. Montana has approved rules for potential grizzly bear hunts ahead of a decision by the U.S. government to remove federal protections for grizzlies in and around Yellowstone National Park. The Montana Fish and Wildlife Commission also approved an agreement between Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho on how to jointly manage grizzlies if they're no longer designated threatened under the Endangered Species Act. And the Montana Fish and Wildlife Commission will keep the number of wolves that can be hunted or trapped just north of Yellowstone National Park to 2. The commission rejected a proposal to double the quota to 4 in an area that's over 250 square miles around Gardner. There are no wolf hunting quotas in the state except for areas adjacent to Yellowstone and Glacier National Parks. Montana's 7 tribal colleges served about 2,400 full-time students back in 2013 and 2014 and poured almost $76 million into Montana's economy on items like payroll and benefits. The State Tribal Relations Committee reviewed a report Wednesday detailing funding and economic impacts by tribal colleges, but the review did not generate any votes by the committee. And next week, when the Republican National Convention takes place in Cleveland, some people will not be attending. That will include Republican Montana Senator Steve Daines, who says he'll be fly fishing somewhere in Montana with his wife, taking some time off. More than 200 cars dating from the early 1900s to the 1980s will be featured in the Billings All Original Cars Shows coming up this weekend, Saturday, at North Park from 9 to 4. Original or restored 2 original cars and trucks will be on display. Again, that event is coming up this Saturday. In sports, San Antonio Spurs star Tim Duncan says he decided to retire after 19 seasons because playing basketball wasn't as fun anymore. Duncan said in an online video he has no regrets after deciding to end his career with 5 championships, 2 MVP awards. He grew emotional as he says he enjoyed the ride, and he thanked Spurs fans and all those who have reached out in the last couple of days after announcing his retirement. International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach says the absence of many top golfers from the Rio Olympics will be taken into account in evaluating the sport's future in the Games. Among the 20 golfers opting not to compete are the top 4 ranked men in the world: Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, Jordan Spieth, and Rory McIlroy. There's 4 of the top 10 golfers plan to be in Rio for the Games. That's regional news and sports around the state of Montana. I'm Livin Large Larry.
Carrie's Massage. Yeah, new place for a massage. Carrie's Massage. Check her out. And she's at 928 Broadwater, Suite number 204. Been open for a couple of months now and offering great services: Swedish, deep tissue, hot stone, prenatal massage. Not every massage therapist does prenatal massage. Carrie's Massage does. And if you're a new customer, and you get $10 off any offer, any service that Carrie's Massage has available for you. Carrie's Massage, you can check them out on Facebook, and the walk-ins you can find 928 Broadwater and going Suite number 204 for Carrie's Massage. $10 off. The promise from Brown's Automotive in Billings to continue communications. Been happening for over 60 years in Billings. Brown's Auto Service on Broadwater. Brown's West Auto Service, corner of Rosebud and 20th in Billings. 2 downtown locations of Brown's Automotive, the Automatic Transmission Company, 14th Street North and 1st Avenue North, and Brown's Rebuild Center downtown, 18th Street North and 2nd Avenue North. Brown's Automotive. BrownsAutoBillings.com. A true coupon book, a coupon magazine, and it's actually the size that you can actually read through and see what's offered and see the prices. Practical couponing with Hometown Values Savings Magazine. Maybe you've seen it. It comes through the mail to your house. Don't toss it. There's Hometown Values magazine for each section of Billings and Laurel. Look for it. Hometown Values Savings Magazine, and which recent issues have been mailed to you. Check it out. Give it a try. Hometown Values. Redline Computer Studios, next to the Wave Car Wash off King 29th in West Billings, Montana. From livinlargelarry.com, here live on YouTube. For the time being, we got podcast pretty soon here. TuneIn smartphone app is what we use. And still to come, we'll talk Big Sky State games in the second round of KMC for golf. We'll talk golf for charity with Sean Pearson, Morning Star Senior living in Billings. And also we'll talk football. You thought football was over. Oh, it is. Football talk is not over. And we'll talk with minor league football coach and owner Ken Blankenship, post-season of the Billings Extreme. Their inaugural season ended about 3 weeks ago. That's coming up So much needed relief this weekend. We're looking for another dose of chill, if you will, at N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, suite number 4. My wife and I pretty much, for the most part, go together each time. And we make it a duo-free weekend. Make sure you ask about the duo-free Tuesdays at N2 Cryotherapy for arthritis. If you're an athlete and you've got the aches and pains of working out and you've got a big track meet coming up or a baseball tryout, give N2 Cryotherapy a try. N2cryo.com. Log on. Very user-friendly website. Learn more about cryotherapy as an industry, and in particular N2 Cryotherapy in Billings at 805 24th Street West, suite number 4. Also Saturday hours till 2 p.m. Top Sandwich Company across from Shopco in Billings, locally owned. Tops Sandwich Company off of King Avenue West and 24th Street with free delivery, even one sandwich. And there's all kinds of stories out there. People have tested Top Sandwich Company time and time again. I need one sandwich delivered, no problem with your address. I'm going to run for you. Top Sandwich Company. Ask about catering too. So 80s today, about 85 or so, and then upper 70s, low to mid 80s for your Saturday and Sunday. Not too bad. And then next week, the pattern's going to change. Hotter temperatures, 90s return by about Tuesday afternoon. Wanted to get to Jenna Richter, replay an interview or visit I have with Jenna Richter, Executive Director of Moss Mansion. Moss Mansion is 113 years old this coming Sunday, and we're going to celebrate. I'm going to be DJing some music, be part of the celebration. Family event, 1 to 4 on Sunday, and Jenna Richter has to tell us here, livinlargely.com.
Jenna Richter with us, Executive Director, Moss Mansion. So 30 years for the Preservation Society and 113 years for Moss Mansion. Wow, history.
Yes, these are some really big milestones this year.
So since you've been there, Jenna, which is how long now?
5 years.
What kind of changes have you seen, and what is the coolest thing so far about 113 years of Moss Mansion that you're like, wow, that's pretty cool?
I think one of the great things about 113 years and 30 years as being a public museum is that it just kind of keeps getting bigger and better. We are attracting larger crowds than we have in a long time. We have a lot more going on. So we have specialty tours and can take people behind the scenes now at the Moss Mansion. We have really fun events and fundraisers that we do, like Halloween and our haunted house outside and our twilight tours inside. We just really are, this is a pretty creative group over here. We have some phenomenal volunteers, and it's just amazing to stand back and see what all of these individuals have accomplished from the very beginning all the way up until now.
Is it also cool to see like tourists from around the country and even out of the country, their reaction to certain aspects of Moss Mansion on a tour or something?
Yes, in fact, we recently just had a TripAdvisor review, which was phenomenal. I mean, they said this is one of their top 5 museums that they've ever come to, is a historic house museum, and I of course work up in the maids' quarters, but I love when I can hear snippets of people on the stairs going on tour and different accents, and sometimes we have non-speaking guests, but there's something that everyone can take away from this incredible house and the history that's right here in our backyard.
So I know you work there every day, so is it usually once, twice, 3 times a week, maybe more, maybe less, that you find something new with Moss Mansion or learn something new?
Absolutely, all the time. We are really working very hard, especially on the 3rd floor where everything has been archived over the years, and really discovering what we have. It's just a treasure trove up here. So as we discover it, we're excited to kind of bring it out and share it with the public.
So celebrating 113 years Moss Mansion, give us the fun itinerary for this Sunday afternoon, July 17th.
Yes, from 1 to 4, we figured why not have a nice big birthday party to celebrate the Moss Mansion being around for so long. So we have children's activities that are going to be provided by the Wise Wonders Children's Museum. We're excited to be working with them. We'll have a photo booth. You can't have a birthday party without cupcakes, so we'll be doing cupcakes. The Girl Scouts will be here with a lemonade stand. You're going to be here.
I'll be cranking out the hits for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited. It'll be really festive, and we also have Sweet Adelines and the Big Sky Men's Chorus. So from 1 to 4 is just a party out on the grounds, and the house will be open to the public for free. You can come in and tour the house, have a cupcake, listen to music, dance with you. It's going to be a good time.
And lemonade stand assisted by Girl Scout Troop 2292. Very tasty.
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting ready for that.
It's going to be a lot of fun. You mentioned the photo booth, but Moss Mansion's going a little further in a photo booth with props. Nothing better than a picture with props. You can kind of play dress up a little bit. Exactly.
We have some fun hats that we keep up on the third floor for our tours and our girls that like to get dressed up. So you can wear a lovely floppy hat.
Celebration open house 1 to 4 this coming Sunday, July 17th. So after church, head down to Moss Mansion. It's going to be a beautiful weekend weather-wise. I checked for you in advance with Ed McIntosh, just so you know. So you're perfect for the weather.
Yeah. Guaranteed, right?
Okay. I will guarantee it. If it doesn't come through, then I blame Ed McIntosh.
Exactly. There we go.
That sounds fair to me. All right, Jenna Richter, any final thoughts on our talk here?
Oh, just come on over. We're excited to see everyone and celebrate a really wonderful birthday for the Moss Mansion.
And for those who are visiting in town or just new to the area, what is the address of Moss Mansion? Where can they park?
We are located at 914 Division Street, and because we take up the big portion of that block, you can park on the side streets right up next to the Moss on Yellowstone or Clark Avenues.
Sounds fun. 1 to 4 Sunday afternoon, 113 years of Moss Mansion, 30 years for the Preservation Society. Great celebration. Looking forward to it. Jenna Richter, thanks for your time.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Keystone Mortgage has moved to a much larger location. Keystone Mortgage is our underwriter for our replay of the show, our podcast. Keystone Mortgage, purchase, refinance, investment properties, second home, anything dealing with mortgages. You aren't just a number, you're our number one priority. And that slogan fits. Keystone Mortgage Company, Keystone Mortgage, KeystoneHomeLoans.com. They're locally owned and operated, and you can search them out on Facebook. Just type in the keyword, the Keystone.
Big Sky State Games weekend. How many years Karen Sanford golf for Big Sky State Games now?
This is the 31st annual, kicking off Friday. Everything's happening Friday.
Oh, yeah. Opening ceremonies Friday, always a special day leading into the bulk of the Big Sky State Games. Kind of set up Friday's activities, if you could.
Well, we have a number of our sports begin on Friday, but in addition to that, the gates at Dela Stadium, Wendy's Field at Dela Stadium open at 5:30, and we've got people can come and get great food. We've got food carts this year, and just some great interactive booths, climbing wall, obstacle course from the National Guard, and just some fun things for people to do while they're getting ready. And then the soaked run kicks off at 6:15, and they run through Pioneer Park and get basically drenched. And then the parade of athletes, we've got some great entertainment from our past winners, and then in our dance performances this year. And then the parade of athletes begins at 7:30, followed by a great group that we brought in from out of state. They're called Champions Forever. They're a basketball spectacular.
Oh, cool.
It'll be cool. And then we have our special guest torch lighter is an Olympic gold medalist, Dot Richardson. She's a two-time gold medalist in the sport of softball.
Yeah, well known. Was last year, was that the Fosbury flop?
Yes,
yeah, that's what
it
I
was.
thought. Okay, I saw a video, Facebook gave me a memory of one of my Facebook posts from last year. It was me doing my impression of the Fosbury flop.
Try and high jump.
Oh, I loved it. It was fun. So you always have great guests that come in and represent Big Sky State Games, and Dot's no exception. She'll be great.
We capped the evening off with the Montana Mile, which we're bringing in a huge field of guys, 14 guys in the field, and 7 women in the women's field, so that'll be a good field as well.
And after the opening ceremonies, do competitions for some of the sports begin, or is that mainly start on Saturday morning?
Well, that would be, Saturday night we do have softball going, but that's really the only evening one. But Friday we've got some swimming events, handball, some basketball, but some volleyball going on. So we've got a lot going on even on Friday. And then really the lion's share of things picks up on Saturday morning.
So for Big Sky State games, do the rules say you have to be from Montana, or do you get regional states as well?
Well, we allow states around us that don't have state games. And Wyoming does have a developing state games program, but they're not a full-fledged state games member. And so we allow Wyoming residents as well. So we allow North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, and Idaho people to participate.
Yeah, and it is an influx to our economy for the weekend, and we certainly welcome that.
Absolutely, and we hope everyone has a great time. There's still some sports that people can participate in if they're interested. Some of our events take on-site registration.
Okay, and how's the website doing?
Yeah, that would be bigskygames.org. Just check things out there.
Very good. Karen Sanford Gull. By the way, Heart and Soul Run went well a couple of weeks ago.
We had a great Heart and Soul, and the weather cooperated there. Things that you can't control, and I think the weather is going to cooperate this weekend as well.
It looks really nice, actually, yeah. Should be good to go. All right, Karen Sanford Gull, thanks for the talk. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Larry.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Couple of cool days and a pretty mild week, actually. Our forecast from Top Sandwich Company, locally owned in Billings, across from Shopco with happy hour each weekday evening from 5 until 8 p.m. And all sandwiches at that time at Top's Sandwich Company are $5. Top Sandwich Company across from Shopco in Billings. So between 65 and 70 for a couple of days here, and closer to the upper 70s to mid to upper 80s towards the mid to latter part of the week. And a chance for some showers and thunderstorms each late afternoon, evening as well. Cools things down a little bit from the last couple of weeks. Get an expanded look at the forecast. Log on to livinlargelarry.com. Click on the weather tab at the website. Forecast brought to you by Top's Sandwich Company, locally owned in Billings, across from Shopco off of King Avenue West. Top's Sandwich Company. Free delivery, even one sandwich at Top's Sandwich Company. Names you can trust? Well, one in the automotive industry is Brown's Auto Service. 4 locations. They're on Broadwater, 1144 Broadwater, Brown's West Auto Service, corner of Rosebud and 20th Street. Automatic Transmission Company through Brown's Automotive. Downtown Billings at 13th Street North and 1st Avenue North. And the downtown Brown's Rebuild Center at 18th Street North and 2nd Avenue North. Over 60 years of great communication skills and service. Brown's Automotive, 60 years in Billings. BrownsAutoBillings.com.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Sponsor on Livin Large Larry Live is brought to you by Keystone Mortgage in their new location, 248-7124. And you can check them out and visit them at 2442 First Avenue North, then right across from the pump station in downtown Billings. Keystone Mortgage Company, you are just a number. You're our number one priority. Keystone Mortgage.
Ken Blankenship with the Billings Extreme, coach and owner, actually. So season number 1, Ken. In the books, you got a smile on your face?
Yeah, it was a pretty successful year, I think.
Give us some background about Kim Blankenship before we get into the...
I'm a football coach. That's my background.
Yeah, but I know you're humble about this, but you're also a Hall of Fame award winner. Talk a bit about that. That's good stuff.
I've been blessed. I've been around a lot of good football players, and I had the opportunity to be around a lot of really good football coaches, and I was fortunate enough that people saw what I was doing, and in my community more so than on the field.
Right.
And I was honored to be elected into not one, but 2 Hall of Fames.
Well, around Billings, though, you've been affiliated with so much football. Pro ranks, we're talking the Billings Bullets, the Laurel Loco Express, the Billings Extreme, and I think fans and people and your people that also coach in leagues around Montana and other leagues respect what you do.
Well, I hope so. It's if you may not like me, but you got to respect me. I've had a pretty good winning records for the most part. I haven't won a championship yet. I kind of feel like the Buffalo Bills. I've been in 4 of them and I haven't won one yet, but it's coming. I feel it. It's coming.
Well, you're a young guy. You got a lot of time left. The Billings Extreme, though, that really was probably what on the couch when I'm thinking, I think I'll do this. That came fast.
It came too fast, actually. Yeah, we originally were going to be done once we decided to make the move out of Laurel. I was just going to retire at that point from the minor league scene, and my wife Jennifer is the one that kind of pushed me in and said, hey, you really need to do this at least one more year. Yeah. Get it out of your system 100%. And
I saw it on Facebook, and I was so pleased. I was trying to read the backstory thing. Is there a joke around here somewhere?
Right.
But you did well, though.
Yeah, we did. We had a pretty good team for being put together as fast as it went. We had pretty good support from the community and sponsors, and we weren't at the same level that we were in Laurel, but
sure.
We had time to promote that a little better, and but yeah, we didn't do too bad. We finished number 3 offense in the league. Number 3, we scored. We were number 3 in scoring,
nice.
and we had the number 1 rushing and receiving players. So,
do you think you shocked a lot of teams in the league this year as a Billings Extreme?
No, I don't think so. They kind of expected, they expected us to do better. We were picked to be the number 1 team, and we ended up 3rd. So,
yeah.
So no, I don't think it really shocked anybody. More so than us. What kind of was our downfall this year is our defense a little bit. This is probably one of the defenses that were not quite as talented as I've had in the past, but they worked hard together. We had 35 players that recorded tackles on defense.
Wow.
We didn't have huge stats on defense, right. But what we had a lot of guys flying around, and they worked hard, and we just came up short.
I went to one of your games of the Extreme at Dalis. What a great field, by the way. My son Devin and I went. You put us on the field with you. Yeah. I gotta say, I think the guys had a lot of fun playing ball.
Yeah, I think so too. We get emotional and get a little bit loud and probably don't use very good language sometimes, but we enjoy ourselves, and I think the guys had a pretty good time. I mean, they're excited to come back, and we're going to start recruiting. We've already started recruiting, and we got the big Sky or the big state games.
Big Sky State games this weekend. Yeah,
this weekend. So we're going to go out there and look at some players out there and see if we can't do a little bit more recruiting.
Well, one of my questions was Billings Extreme for 2017, apparently?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do one. I have to. I mean, I can't be a one-and-done kind of thing, so I got to at least give it another year, and hopefully, I got to get the championship. But, it's if we're still getting good support and we're having, great players as we have, who knows how long it'll go, but...
if they're enthusiastic and have a passion to play, then why not keep it going?
Yeah, and, as soon as the season was over, in the locker room, losing in the semifinals is always tough, but it was not a negative thing. All the guys said, hey, you know what, Coach, let's we just got to get a little better for next year, that's all. So,
well, you played well. I'm impressed with the Billings Extreme. Again, Blankenship with us. Appreciate your time, sir.
Yep, thank you for all you do.
Our good friend Mark Wotan at Windrock Flooring has his spring sale going on right now over there off of Central Avenue. RimrockFlooringMT.com. Smart Strand Forever Clean, the world's toughest carpet. Check it out in the showroom of Rimrock Flooring. 10 to 60% off their one-year anniversary sale going on right now as they're into the second year of business. And is also their spring sale at Rimrock Flooring, RimrockFlooringMT.com.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
John Pearson, Morning Star, Senior Living of Billings, and in charge of community relations. How are things, Sean?
They're doing great.
All right, been talking up the third annual Alzheimer's Association Golf Scramble, and you chose a perfect time of the year. I think mid-August, August 12th is perfect, but a couple of days left for to get your foursomes registered. Talk a bit about it.
Well, you can get a hold of Alicia, and she could sign you up. 690-8687, and Alicia would be more than happy to sign you up for a team. You could also get a hold of me if you'd like to do a whole sponsorship or a flag prize, and that would, all the money goes to the Alzheimer's Association, so it's a great cause. And then you also get your name out there, and it doesn't have to be golf related. A manicure honestly goes really well with many of the people because it gets the gentlemen out of trouble that are playing golf all day.
I love it. Mulligans for Memories, third annual Alzheimer's Association Golf Scramble, and special thanks to the major sponsor, Morningstar Senior Living of Billings. Why do you guys sponsor this? It must be near and dear to your heart there.
If you work in a place like Morningstar, any place that has people who suffer from Alzheimer's or from dementia, you learn to care and love for these people, and you spend so much time talking to the families, and it's so difficult when someone is going through that with their loved one, because this is a person that would probably have been the first person they called when they got married, the first person they called when they got engaged or when they were pregnant, and now they're making life decisions for their loved one. Mom and dad aren't that person that they were your whole life, and that's difficult. And anything that we can do to help the Alzheimer's Association further its research to help people to create different kind of medications that will help prolong the memory and keep these people, these loved ones, enjoying their daily lives is, absolutely, I would do anything I could to help that.
And I can relate. My father, actually, about 8 months ago, was diagnosed with dementia, early onset Alzheimer's, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
And that's it. That's exactly it. We all like people for their personalities, and Alzheimer's takes that away from them. They don't have that quirky sense of humor where they think it's terribly funny to put salt in your coffee in the morning or whatever. The games you used to play on each other. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it so hard, because sometimes you can look at your loved one and they look the same, and then after you talk to them, you really see that, and that's disheartening.
So for the foursomes, really $500 for a foursome at an event like this, Mulligans for Memories on August 12th. Mm-hmm. You get a lot with that. You get the green feeds, a cart, lunch, snacks, beverages on the course, and lots of fun at Lake Hills.
Yeah, and our executive chef, Jim Carlson, is going to be making the food, so it's going to be really good. There's going to be beer available that's going to be donated by Erin from her brewery in Laurel, and it's just going to be a wonderful experience.
All the proceeds benefit the 2016 Walk to End Alzheimer's. When is that walk? I'll put you on the spot here. Is it in September?
It is September 25th.
So I thought, okay. Mulligans for Memories. Get you signed up for the third annual Alzheimer's Association Golf Scramble through the 15th. Will you take late registration into August or the end of July?
The biggest thing we run into is getting the recognition, because we have to order at some point the flags and stuff like that for the whole sponsorship.
All right, we'll do a final push here and contact Alicia at 690-8687. Sean Pearson with us with Morningstar Senior Living in Billings. Fantastic. We'll get you all lined up.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.